Hi. In this video demonstration, we're going to take a look at Flash once again, and we're going to try and use a combination of masking as well as looping symbols to create kind of a waving pirate flag kind of animation thing going on here. So let's go ahead and get started. To get going, I'm just going to go ahead and click the ActionScript 3 button there, and I'm going to open up a brand new image or stage here, and I might as well make it 1280 by 720 over here. 24 frames a second is just fine for this, and we can get going. First thing I want to do is get my rectangle tool that's underneath the oval tool on the toolbar over here, and I don't want a stroke at all, so I'm going to set the stroke color to that red slash mark. Black makes a good pirate flag, I think, so we'll go ahead and run with it there. And we're going to go ahead to begin, and we're going to create, whoops, I've got my rounded edges turned on here at an enormous amount, so let's turn that down to 0, and then we'll go ahead and create our kind of pirate flag shape here. Okay, right at the moment it is just a fill. We will turn it into a symbol here once we're done, but we need to kind of create a length of flag here that we can loop. So this one piece is not going to be good enough. What I am going to do is hover over the top edge until my mouse cursor changes a little bit. See where it goes from that marquee symbol to when I hover over the edge, I get that curved line. And that means that I can then click and drag and create a curve out of the previous straight edge that was there. I'm not going to worry about the sides. We'll do that in a different step. But we are going to go ahead and make sure that we select that, Control or Command C on a Mac, and copy it. And then I'm going to paste it and move a copy of it over to the side here. This one I want to go the opposite direction. So we've got the swoop down. We need now a swoop up. So let's go up to the Modify and Transform and Flip Vertical. Once I've got that, I actually want to align this thing up so that it looks like it is now a longer piece of ribbon almost rather than a cloth. This is going to give us one full rotation of our flag waving both down and then up. So we need a duplicate of this in order to do a full cycle. Just like anything in animation, like with a walk cycle, you need 1 step for each leg, 2 steps in total. This is our 1 step for each leg, and so we need 2 steps in total. So we're going to copy that again, Control or Command C, and then Control or Command V, and we're going to paste that and line it up as best we can there as well. So there we go. There's our large ribbon that we're then going to use masks to only reveal part of at a time. I'm going to go ahead and put this over here. I am going to go ahead and turn this into a symbol so that we can tween it. So now that I've got this kind of a 2-humped and 2-valleyed ribbon here, I'm going to select it, right-click, and we're going to go ahead and convert to symbol. This I'll call my cloth. And I think movie clip will be fine for that one. Say OK. Now we can tween this thing when we're ready, and it'll look just great. Pardon me. The layer here, I'm going to name this layer, I'm going to call this my cloth layer. And then I'm going to get a new layer. I'm going to go ahead and lock my cloth layer just so I don't mess it up here at the moment. And I need another new rectangle. I'm going to go ahead and make mine a different color. Doesn't really matter since this is going to be our mask layer. But I want this to be a different color, and I want to make sure that what I got is a kind of a square kind of shape that covers from top hump to bottom hump here. If you click the outline button, that's this guy right here, that purple square, so we can see what we're doing, we want to make sure that no matter what, we're on either end there. And then from the inside here, we just want to make sure that whatever's inside is about the length and shape of our flag, since this is all that's going to be showing in the end. Alright, in order to do the other side, make it kind of curved, we're going to do the opposite this time for the mask. And this time we're just going to kind of click and drag in on the side, on either side, so that we've got our up and down swoop, and we've got our left to right swoop. This is going to be our mask. We're not going to animate the mask, which means I can technically just leave it as a fill here. We don't need to worry about converting that one to a symbol. I am going to name this top layer here mask. Alright, Now we need to decide how long we want our flag waving in the wind there, waving in the breeze. Just to get us going, let's come out here to frame 50 on our cloth layer, and I'm going to hit F6 on my keyboard on the cloth layer, and then on the mask layer I'm only going to hit F5, so that F6 gives us our keyframe and F5 just extends the timeline with a good old normal frame there. Then I can go ahead and lock my mask layer and unlock my cloth layer. And since it's a symbol, we can do some animation. Right now, I'm going to turn on the outline again for my mask so I can see everything underneath it before I get going on this animation. To start, this is great. I just kind of need to kind of make sure I line this beginning up so that I can kind of tell where I came from here, where I'm going. What I'm going to be looking for is to match this same lower hump up over here as I did this way, so that at frame 50, where we are about the same, I want to kind of move this over until we're at a hill and kind of that valley shape there. And so that if I jump back to forward, what I'm looking for is that this doesn't look like it's changing, only what's on the inside of this purple line. Right? Like we moved it over one full valley. Then I can go ahead and make a tween. On frame 1, I'll right click and create a classic tween. That's all we need for this. And this is what we're going to end up with, moving from one low valley to the next low valley. All that's left now is to create the mask. Come back up to our mask layer, right click on the layer itself, and choose mask. Our final animation, we can go ahead and loop that there. Appears to be a flag waving in the breeze. If it's a little too slow for your liking, all you got to do is remove some of those frames. I can actually kind of come in here and go, oh, let's get rid of 15 of those frames. So I'll select 15 on both layers, right click, and remove frames. That's it. That's all there is to it. Just draw yourself a background, animate some clouds going by, and a pirate mast, ship, etc. And you've just done a cloth simulation animation in Flash. Test our movie.